Wow. Devin Haney goes in and it creates calamity. We're going to talk about that. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button, of course. Let's jump right into it. Now, a lot's going on. Check my last video. And Devin Haney says, Eddie Reynoso, whole camp, they on that ish. Wow. And you see my man from Stockton, he tagged me in it, wanted me to see. Obviously, this got back to Eddie Reynoso, excuse me. Somebody said they ain't test positive for the same ish. What does that have to do? So you can, whatever. He says both tested positive for some ish. What does that tell you? Right? Somebody said, that's the boldest statement I've seen in a while. They scared to say it. I'm not. Eddie Reynoso says, no haters, no life. And he put the Mexico flag. Again, that's really a dog whistle because it doesn't answer anything that Devin Haney was talking about. And Devin Haney responded, no juice, no trainer of the year. Wow. No juice, no trainer of the year. So Ryan Garcia seen this, didn't like it. He says, shut your mouth. You accusing me of cheating. I get it. You can't punch even with 8-ounce gloves, but don't be accusing me of such serious accusation. Right? Devin Haney says, I can't punch, but you're in no rush to fight me. What else? Ryan says, they were telling me you can't sell and people wanted their money back after falling asleep. That's kind of lame. He said, if that's your story, you ducking, congratulations, clap. Wow. So they going back and forth. Somebody says, I know Oscar is kicking himself with all the ducking you've been doing, averaging one fight a year, overpaying someone who doesn't even fight. Devin Haney retweeted that. And it's y'all crazy. It's a picture of a duck. So that's the latest. You know, Ryan Garcia says Eddie Hearn's kicking himself with all the money he's losing investing in Devin, overpaying someone who doesn't bring in no subscriptions. And then the fan, you know, immediately going on him. Ryan, when is the next time you're going to fight? He's losing money on mental health patients too. Let's not forget. So the fans are like turning on Ryan for saying that. Broke J. Paul ain't even a boxer, and he's entertaining the boxing fans. This is your career in sport. Ryan, hope you KO this fake champ. Damn. DAZN doesn't even have Canelo next fight. What the uck are you talking about? Man, they're going in. You need to sleep that fool. Hi, Ryan, follow me. Dang, you going off, bro. Why you duck him then? Uck and cap, stop with the cap. So you guys get the point. This has created a whole scenario. Devin Haney kind of kicked it off with his comments about Eddie Reynoso and Canelo's gym. Ryan Garcia obviously didn't like that. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. They were telling me you can't sell. People are falling asleep. I mean, that's kind of a lame comeback in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think with those comments from Ryan Garcia. To me, I don't think this is the thing. Eddie Reynoso didn't really say much to the allegations, to the accusations, whatever you want to call it. Neither did Ryan Garcia. So you get Devin Haney said what he said, and he got two responses from that gym, but none of the responses really had anything to do with the initial question. So that kind of doesn't make sense. In my opinion, at least. You would expect that Devin Haney's comment, if it really rubbed people the wrong way, that they would have more to say about what he was actually suggesting. To me, that seems more prominent, what he was suggesting and what he was talking about, maybe have some thoughts on that. But Ryan Garcia and Eddie Reynoso, neither one of them had really made mention of the whole fact of the matter. What's going on in the gym? Why are multiple people from the gym failing drug tests? Make sure you guys follow me at Boxingego on Twitter. I did have this to say again, just to keep you guys reminded. Ryan says, I know Eddie Hearn kicking himself with all the money he's losing invested on Devin Haney and overpaying someone who don't bring in no subscriptions for DAZN. They don't really release the numbers, so I don't know what they're doing. But my statement was simple. I said, none of this ish has anything to do with Devin's comments on the gym. And how does one talk trash about losing money for DAZN with anxiety and cancel fights? LOL. Listen, we live in such a crazy time, I guess you could say. It's such a crazy time where people can seemingly say anything, and I guess people want to tend to let it ride. But that, to me, that doesn't really make sense. It doesn't really make sense to have Ryan Garcia, who was supposed to fight Javier Fortuna, then he left it up to Joseph Jojo Diaz to solve that puzzle, and he did. And then now Ryan just reemerges magically, and he's trash talking Devin Haney and not really even responding to the suggestion from Devin Haney. You know, I find that a bit weird, in my honest opinion. He's talking about, and this is like old media talking points. That's what I'm getting at. This is what we see constantly from old media. Like, old media will constantly say, oh, Devin Haney doesn't sell tickets. Devin Haney's boring. Devin Haney got clipped at the end of the 10th round with Jorge Linares. Whatever, whatever is being said. But what's not being suggested or answered is, what does that have to do with anything that's being discussed? What does that have to do with you fighting him? Ryan Garcia was the mandatory for Devin Haney. Why not fight him? That seems like a way more appetizing proposition than just going back on Twitter. And then what about the comments that he's saying regarding you and your camp and your team? You have no comments to that. It's just like, oh, people are falling asleep. He's boring. You can't punch. I mean, what does that have to do with anything? You guys let me know in the comments section if it makes sense to you. For me, being a grown man, it really doesn't. I'd like to hear more from Eddie Reynoso. It's just, like I said, it sounds like old media stuff. Eddie Reynoso putting a Mexico flag emoji. What does that have to do with the accusations from him? What's going on in the gym? Oscar Valdez, he said he drank herbal tea. Really? Canelo. So between Canelo and Oscar Valdez, and there's other people that failed. I think there's 3 people that failed from out of the Reynoso gym. So Canelo's eating bad, tainted meat in Mexico, which is why the Golovkin fight got delayed. And then now I'm to believe that Oscar Valdez is drinking some poisonous tea or whatever, tea that requires a prescription. Why don't you supply it? What's going on in the gym? So I think it's time. I'm glad fighters are speaking up because we need a clean sport. And I think these are the questions, when you see so much happening in the gym, these are questions that have to be laid out on the table. Like, I'm from the Bay Area, and this hasn't happened to this gym, so I'm just going to make up a hypothetical. Let's say Virgil Hunter's gym in the Bay when Andre Ward was fighting. That would be like Andre Ward of that gym. He's the Canelo of the gym. He's the A-lister. Was the biggest person, at the time in that gym, right? So that would be like Andre Ward failing a drug test, and then Virgil at the time had Andre Berto, Abner Matas, and Alfredo Perro Angulo, and Mario Barrios. That would be like Andre Ward and 2 of the other guys failing, all from out the Virgil Hunter gym. That would look extremely, extremely bizarre, if we're being honest. That would look really weird. That's, in essence, what's happened with Canelo gym. Canelo has a Canelo Promotions fighter, Julio Cesar Martinez. He failed with clenbuterol. Canelo failed with clenbuterol. Oscar Valdez recently with this weight supplement. I think Reynoso had one fight with Luis Nery, and he had failed a drug test previously. It's the optics of it don't look good. So I would like to see people more so respond to Devin Haney and what he's saying instead of saying, oh, you hating, you're boring, and things like that really don't answer the question. Use my link in the description to get TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is an awesome browser extension if you want to make money on YouTube like yours truly. I've been doing this for several years. If you want to make money, it's doable. Use my link to get TubeBuddy. Take your channel up to the next level. I'm going to continue cooking. This is what I do daily. If you enjoyed the content, share the video, put it in the boxing groups on Facebook, retweet it, share the video, like the video, subscribe. I'm going to keep working hard. We're going to close the year strong, 2021. Let me know what you guys think of this rivalry forming. I personally want to see Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. I've always advocated for that. So now that Devin Haney said some disparaging things, hopefully Ryan takes the fight. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. And I'm out. Deuces.